For nearly 35 years, the Germantown Neighborhood Center, located in one of Quincy's largest public housing developments, has been providing education and support to society's most vulnerable members. Thousands of children and families in this neighborhood and beyond depend on the food pantry, programs, classes, camps, and after-school care that the center offers. For these families, their support is vital. This is the Germantown Neighborhood Center's summer camp. Here, these children are engaged, encouraged, and enriched. Here they are safe and happy. But many of these kids in this room come from a family in need, and their needs are all different. Some of these children arrived here today from a homeless shelter. Many of these kids' parents work 2 and 3 jobs and still can't make ends meet. Looking at these children, you would never know what they go home to or what they deal with. Looking at them, you would not know their story, but each has one. This is the story of Jacky and her daughter Obehi, who were living in a domestic violence shelter before moving to Germantown 6 years ago.
Before, it used to make me really upset, being homeless and confused as to why I was living this type of way or why I couldn't have certain things. But now that I'm older, I can understand more and I can comprehend why or how things happen. My mom had heard from one of her advocates about the Germantown Neighborhood Center, and then we came here and Kathy gave us pans and she got us a voucher for beds and clothes because me and my sister didn't have clothes to put on. She got me enrolled with the summer camp, meeting kids that have been through similar things or being with counselors and people who have been through certain things and not feeling like I'm going to be judged for how I lived or how I'm living.
I've cried out to the staff member and they just took over. They never refuse open arms for me and my family. They don't turn you away. They have a listening ear and a caring heart. And you don't have to be hungry. You're not alone. For women that are being abused, you can always speak to somebody. You can get help here.
I remember there was this one particular counselor I had, and I just felt like that connection with her, that I can just come to her about anything. I could express myself. I'm not going to feel judged. I can be myself. And she she helped me out. I came out of my shell, I guess you could say.
She not only came out of her shell, she thrived.
I'm a camp counselor here. First, I started off as a camper. I worked my way up to a peer leader. That's the oldest age group for the campers. And they're from a volunteer. I used to volunteer with the food pantry, with the kids, being an extra set of eyes for the counselors, helping them out. And then I went from junior staff and now I'm head staff.
The Germantown Neighborhood Center was helping Jacky and her family overcome a life of domestic violence and homelessness. And they were beginning to heal and to grow. But then, life took a tragic turn.
I was cleaning my house and a news broadcast came on and said that there was a double shooting in Boston. And my doorbell rang. I opened the door. I remember for the rest of my life, 2 steps before I reached the bottom, and I looked at them and I said, I don't know why this came to me. I said, is my son dead? Did somebody kill my son?
It happened the fall of my freshman year, so I just started freshman year. My brother was 21. Our birthdays are a week apart, so we'd always kind of do a joint celebration. It was really bad. I wouldn't go outside the house. I stopped running track. I was failing my classes. Kathy and the Germantown Center they helped me out a lot, telling me this isn't it. You're gonna move past this. It takes time, but we're here every step of the way. So I always felt like I always had somebody to go to about things. And even if I didn't feel comfortable coming to my mom or my sister because I didn't want to make them upset, I could always come to Kathy or Claire or whoever was here, and I could talk to anybody and they would be there for me. They showed me that people do care. There are people that are willing to help you go above. They have gone above and beyond for me and my family.
The Germantown Center shuts down. We're lost.
I wasn't here. If I didn't come, I would not be the person I am today. I wouldn't have gone on and graduated high school and going off to college this fall.
To thrive in this life, each one of us needs someone who believes in us, someone who helps us become our very best, no matter what the situation. Obehi and her mother came to Germantown with no clothes, no food, no bed to sleep on, no hope. And now, this family sees their future filled with promise.
Very positive There's always going to be good energy around me and my family. There's always going to be that person pushing me forward, you know, so I don't fall back. There's always going to be people there for me, supporting me every step of the way. And then there's going to be, when I get to that point, I'm going to come back and give back. That's my dream. I always want to come back and do the same thing that people did for me. With Germantown Center, they were with us every step of the way.